One of the largest community protest parades of the summer of 2011 took place on Saturday, July 16th. Billed as the 1,000 Family Parade, the protest was staged in one of Chicago's most politically active wards, the Southside 20th Ward. Its alderman is Willie Cochran.
It exemplifies what it takes for us to come together as a community. If we can come together in an organized effort like this with the number of people that we have to demonstrate the different programs that we offer in our communities, that are health programs, that are mentoring programs, that are housing programs, that are safety net programs, we can implement this same kind of action block by block.
Individual family members, as well as a host of established community organizations, turned out for the event, an event to spotlight the major issues confronting the Woodlawn neighborhood, a neighborhood beset by home foreclosures like so many others in Chicago.
We say to our people, if you're facing foreclosure, don't just sit there and ignore the letters. Open your mail, read it, give us a call. And the flyers we're handing out today, we have our numbers listed there.
Others who took part in the parade and protest march were concerned about possible cuts to senior services and about the rise in youth violence.
We had a bus that would pick us up every Tuesday and take us to different stores. That's out. That's out. I take my shopping cart now.
The violence that's going on, I cannot believe that we just want to hurt each other for no reason. I think that there are a lot of extenuating circumstances that's causing the violence. And with all problems, we need to get to the root of the problems.
We're taking back Woodlawn. I grew up in Woodlawn, went to school in Woodlawn, my family grew up in Woodlawn. I never knew any place else. And then we come back, we see what it is now, we decided, enough.
To get people aware of the fact that we're trying to curtail violence, we're trying to improve education in this neighborhood. There are so many wonderful people in this neighborhood, and it's therapeutic for us to get together and come out in force like you see us here today.
Of the anticipated 1,000 families that were supposed to join this march, at least 250 members joining this march came from the Woodlawn organization and the Woodlawn Community Development Corporation. The leader and driving force behind these two groups is Reverend Dr. Leon Finney, Jr. Under his leadership, he has provided guidance and growth through the better part of the 50-year existence of the Woodlawn organization and over the 40 years of the Woodlawn Community Development Corporation.
We built over 4,000 units of housing throughout the community of Woodlawn and the city of Chicago. Currently, the Woodlawn Community Development Corporation manages 9,000 units of housing across the city of Chicago and Gary, Indiana. Now that's important because it means that we are working with the most at-risk families.
Finney also notes that had it not been for the support of past civil rights giants, such as former Chicago Urban League President Bill Berry, TWO may have struggled to even get off the ground.
Our first issue was education. We joined the great effort led by Dr. Martin Luther King to bring about equality and end to discrimination in public schools. We led the first boycott together with the Chicago Urban League, put it together, 98% effective in 1964.
That is why today, says Finney, the Urban League remains a close ally, especially under its current president and CEO, Andrea Zopp.
We think that being here today shows that we're willing to take our time to put ourselves out to help change our world and make our world better.
Among the other TWO and WCDC allies is the University of Chicago, which also had a major presence at this year's 1,000 Family Parade and Protest March.
The whole issue around youth development and public safety and improving the quality of education in the community, creating jobs, these are all heavy lifts, especially in this economy. But the University of Chicago is committed, as it has been for many years, but even more today, to work with the community.
Community involvement and personal responsibility have been among the core principles of both the Woodlawn organization and the Woodlawn Community Development Corporation. For 50 years and for 40 years, respectively, they have led the fight against social injustice, economic disparity, housing discrimination, and unequal educational opportunities. Their time-tested solutions to these issues have benefited untold thousands. As a result, they have more than secured their places as the go-to organizations in the Woodlawn community well into the future.